Well, thank you, Reddy, and to all of our moderators for shepherding us all through an amazing 2 days. Really, the platform was just that was created was just inspirational. 10 panel discussions, 9 global workshops, over 150 exciting scientific abstracts, 50 plus speakers, a live audience of over 3,500 participants. For me, it was the best of human passion, of intellect, and spirit on full display. I had one major goal for this conference when we thought about creating it, and it was to create a space for the whole field of human flourishing to think, to feel, and to act differently. So, as a community that thinks together, we heard about new methods to study flourishing that in diverse global communities using new computational tools, new psychological metrics, new neuroscientific techniques. We also learned about new ways of thinking about flourishing that incorporate essential elements of the human experience, including adversity and setbacks, our relationships, feelings of awe and wonder, connections to nature, and our spirituality. Importantly, this morning, we heard from children that flourishing includes, but is not limited to things like pizza, sweet potatoes, video games, and of course, sunshine. But this is also a community that feels together. And we were inspired by the opening words of encouragement from global luminaries like Mary Robinson, Sir Richard Branson, Hafsat Abiola, Deepak Chopra, Vint Cerf, and Francis Collins. And of course, we were moved by the conversation between Cheryl Strayed, Ben Arthur, and Milk on the topic of forgiveness. Milk premiered her song, I'm All Right, You're All Right. And her lyric that perfectly captures so much of the science of the liberating power of forgiveness. I'm headed for freedom, and may you get there too. Today, we were moved by the discussion of beauty and meaning and purpose, integrating perspectives from the arts, music, and science, each kind of bringing a different language to describe something that is so essential to human experience. And of course, we heard Eric Lewis's beautiful musical performances, his creativity, and a sense of awe. And then lastly, as really brought forth by this last panel, we felt called to action, to use science and practice of human flourishing to change the arc of new and powerful technologies like artificial intelligence, to motivate connection to and action to preserve our home, the planet Earth, to rise to the challenge of what schools of the future need to look like, and to reimagine the world's policy programs to focus perhaps on care, on the long term, and on freedom and flourishing. So all along the way, your questions and comments of the past 2 days, to me, demonstrate that this field of flourishing impacts and inspires citizens across the globe. I really enjoyed reading so many of your comments. Thank you for saying where you were from and issues you were facing in the places that you live. We're so grateful for your high level of engagement. As far as I know, this kind of conference that combines a global program with local workshops was new, and so many people contributed to its success. We owed a great debt of gratitude to our 9 workshop organizers you heard from throughout the conference, including Sonia Carrillo from the Universidades de los Andes in Bogota, Colombia, Brie Linkenhocker at Worldview Studios in San Francisco, Stephen Bryan from the Legatum Institute, Duncan Astle at Cambridge University, Guy Ichikoff from the University of Haifa in Israel, Asa Yarskog from the Inner Development Goals, Adam Cohen from Arizona State University, Thomas Doctor from Rangyang Yishi Institute, and Matt Lee and Byron Johnson from Baylor University. I'd also like to thank the distinguished members of the Global Plenary Advisory Committee, and a huge thank you to Global Health Strategies, especially Caitlin Randall and Mahira Tawana for their countless hours to bring this groundbreaking event to fruition. I think we can all feel that this conference and the field of human flourishing is about the future. And I just want to end with a quote from Sir John Templeton when he's talking about the science of the future. that it may be filled with possibilities to enrich our spiritual understanding. The primary prerequisite for this is a humility and an openness to seeing beyond our instruments and theorems, our personal successes and aspirations, to a more glorious plan than we ever thought imaginable. So, on behalf of the Templeton World Charity Foundation, I really want to thank you for your openness, your ideas, and your creativity as we build this field of human flourishing together. Thank you.